Hello everyone, my name is Naren Sirswa and welcome to Udan. I think this year these questions may ask in your exam. So start करते हैं Daily Quiz of 20th April 2020. So question number first is consider the following statements. Statement first is hydroxychloroquine is in a class of drugs called anti-malarials. Second statement is hydroxychloroquine is on the WHO's list of essential medicines. Select the correct statements from the following card given below. Option A is 1 only, option B is 2 only, option C is both 1 and 2, option D is neither 1 nor 2. Give your right answer and your right answer क्या है इसका? Right answer is option C both 1 and 2. Okay, now explain करते हैं इसको. Hydroxychloroquine sold under the brand name Plequenil, among others, is a medication used to prevent and treat malaria in areas where malaria remains sensitive to chloroquine. Second is, it is also being studied as a treatment for coronavirus disease 2019. Hydroxychloroquine was approved for medical use in the US in 1955. It is on the WHO's list of essential medicines, the safest and most effective medicines needed in a health system. Next is hydroxychloroquine is in a class of drug called anti-malarials. Next is question number 2. Consider the following statements with reference to RTGS and NEFT. The statement first is RTGS and NEFT are the type of electronic payment systems. Second statement is both these systems are maintained by the RBI. Third is it is applicable only for money transfer within the country. Select the statements from the following card given below. Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 1 only, option C 2 only, and option D all of the above. And right answer is option D all of the above. Okay, explain करते हैं इसको. What do you mean by RTGS? RTGS stands for real time gross settlement and NEFT stands for National Electronic Fund Transfer, are electronic payment system that allow individuals to transfer funds between banks. Both these systems are maintained by the RBI. It is applicable only for money transfer within the country. Under RTGS, the fund transfer takes place on a real-time basis, or in other words, at the time the request is received, it is one of the fastest interbank money transfer facility available through banking channels in India. On the other hand, NEFT operates on a deferred settlement basis. Fund transfers under NEFT is settled in batches as opposed to the real-time settlement process in RTGS. Next is question number 3. Consider the following statement with respect to remdesivir, which can be seen frequently in the news. Statement first is it is a drug with antiviral properties that was used to treat Ebola cases. Second statement is remdesivir was created and developed in India. Select the correct statements from the following card given below. Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, option D neither 1 nor 2, and right answer of this question is option A 1 only. Remdesivir is an antivirus medication developed by the American biopharmaceutical company Gilead Sciences. It is nucleotide analog, especially an adenosine analog, which inserts into viral RNA chains, causing the premature termination. Remdesivir was created and developed by Gilead Sciences as a treatment for Ebola virus disease and Marburg virus infections. Next is question number 4. Which of the following state became the first state to geotake community kitchens? Option A Uttar Pradesh, option B Odisha, option C Madhya Pradesh, option D Telangana, and right answer is option A Uttar Pradesh. Next, see this explanation. The state government of Uttar Pradesh joined hand with Google to geotech community kitchens. In the state, the kitchens produced 12 lakh food packets per day. The state government mobilized state resources on massive scale to establish the kitchens. This was done through religious organizations and non-governmental organizations. Question number 5 is which of the following are the official languages of the UN? First is Arabic, second is Chinese, third is English, fourth is French, fifth is Russian, sixth is Spanish. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A 1, 2, 3, option B 3, 4, 5, 6, option D, option C 2, 3, 4, and 6, option D all of the above, and the right answer is all of the above. All the 6 languages belongs to United Nations official languages. Next, explain this. There are 6 official languages of the UN. These are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. The correct interpretation and translation of these 6 languages in both spoken and written form is very important to the work of the organization because this enables clear and concise communication on issues of global importance. Next is question number 6. Consider the following statements with reference to bifurcation of Supreme Court. Statement first is as per Article 130 of the Constitution, the Supreme Court shall sit in Delhi or in such other place or places as the President of India shall decide from time to time. Second statement is the Parliament of India is authorized by the Constitution to give any direction either to the President or the CJI to appoint any other places as a seat of the Supreme Court. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, option D neither 1 nor 2, and right answer is neither 1 nor 2. Let's explain this. I'm trying to understand you. Article 130 of the Constitution says what? The Supreme Court shall sit in Delhi or in such other place or places as the CJI may with the approval of the President from time to time appoint. Next is the Constitution declared Delhi as a seat of Supreme Court. Constitution also authorizes the CJI to appoint other place or places as a seat of the Supreme Court. He can take decision in this regard only with the approval of the President. Next is this provision is only optional and compulsory. This means that no court can give any direction either to the President or to the CJI to appoint any other place as a seat of the Supreme Court. Next is question number 7. Consider the following statements regarding to ASER report. The statement first is it is sample based household survey. Statement second is it aims to provide reliable annual estimates of children's schooling status as well as basic learning levels for each state and rural district in India. Statement third is ASER has reported on the ability to do basic reading and arithmetic tasks for children in primary school group in rural India. Which of the following statements given above are correct? Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 2 and 3 only, option C 1 and 3 only, option D all of the above, and right answer is 1 and 2 only. Third is wrong. ASER is a sample based household survey and largest citizen led survey in India. It is an annual survey that aims to provide reliable annual estimates of children's schooling status and basic learning levels of each state and rural district in India. Every year since 2005, ASER has reported on the ability to do basic reading and arithmetic tasks for children in the 5 to 16 age groups in rural India. In 2017, ASER Beyond Basics focused on the abilities, experience, and aspiration of youth in the 14 to 18 age group. Next is question number 8. Consider the following statements regarding National Defense Fund. Statement first is it is used for the welfare of the members of the armed forces, including paramilitary forces as well as their dependents. Second is it is administered by an executive committee with defense minister as chairperson. Which of the following statements given above is are correct? Option A, one only. Option B, two only. Option C, both one and two. Option D is neither one nor two, and right answer is option A, one only. National Defense Fund, it was set up to take charge of voluntary donation in case and kind received for promotion of the national defense effort and to decide on their utilization. It was established in 1962. It is used for the welfare of the members of armed forces, including paramilitary forces and their dependents. It is administered by an executive committee with PM as a chairperson and defense, finance, and home ministers as members. Next is question number 9. Consider the following statements regarding Medical Council of India. The statement first is it is a regulatory body established under Indian Medical Council Act 1956. Statement second is it regulates standards of medical education. Statement third is it gives permission to start colleges, courses as well as increase the number of seats. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A, 1 and 2 only. Option B, 2 and 3 only. Option C, 1 and 3 only. Option D, all of the above, and right answer is option B, 2 and 3 only. Understand this? Medical Council of India, it is a statutory body. Remember this. Established under Indian Medical Council Act 1956. It regulates standards of medical education, permission to start colleges, courses, and increase the number of seats, state standards of professional conduct of medical practitioners, such as registration of doctors, etc. Next is question number 10. Consider the following statements regarding International Fund for Agriculture Development, IFAD. Statement first is it is an international financial institution and a specialized agency of the United Nations. Statement second is it works to address poverty and hunger in only rural areas of developing countries. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. And right answer is both 1 and 2 are correct. Let's explain this. International Fund for Agriculture Development, IFAD, it is an international financial institution and a specialized agency of the United Nations based in Rome, Italy, that works to address poverty and hunger in rural areas of developing countries. It was one of the major outcomes of the 1974 World Food Conference and was set up in 1977. India is also a member of this. Next is question number 11. Consider the following statements regarding Quality Council of India. Statement first is it was set up jointly by the Government of India and the Indian Industry Associations. Statement second is it aims to establish and operate national accreditation structure and promote quality through national quality campaign. Statement third is it is governed by council of 38 members with equal representations of government, industry and consumers. Statement 4 is chairman of QCI is appointed by the cabinet minister of commerce and industry. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 1 2 3 only, option C 2 3 4 only, option D all of the above, and right answer is B 1 2 and 3 only. आइए एक्सप्लेन करते हैं क्वालिटी काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया को. इट वाज सेट अप jointly by the government of India and the Indian industry represented by the three premier industry associations. In example, Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry of India, Confederation of Indian Industry CII, and Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry FICCI. It aims to establish and operate national accreditation structure and promote quality through national quality campaign. It is governed by council of 38 members with equal representation of government, industry and consumers. Chairman of QCI is appointed by the Prime Minister on recommendation of the industry to the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the nodal ministry of QCI. Okay, student, Delhi quiz analysis is over. Hope आपको पसंद आया होगा और ये सारे क्वेश्चंस आप प्रैक्टिस करते रहिए. एंड one more important suggestion for you, download our app from Play Store and you will get free study material and you will get discount up to 99% on the test series. So download this app and share this video. Thank you so much.